wealthy. We won't stop giving you just good life. We will literally not stop till you live enlightened life. Should become e-Kailashians.
I want the whole world to know Hindus have something great to contribute to the world.
E-Kailasa is proper customized spiritual service, cultural, religious, nationality background. Continuously. E-Kailasa is enlightenment echoes your life negativity, withdrawal from life, self-hatred, self-denial, self-doubt, so much of tiredness, laziness. We can support you, aligning your diet, your attitude, If you are interested in enlightenment, we will immediately bring this to you. If you are not interested, we will explain the whole sign birthright of all human beings. Kailasa is responsible to provide that to all human beings. People from all cultures, time zones, backgrounds, genders, nationality, race, from every creed, free of cost. There are some great spiritual sciences unique to Hinduism.
Anandam Paramasukadam Kevalam Jnanamurtim Bandvathitham Gagana Sadusham Tattvamasyaadilaksham Ekam Nityam Vimalamachalam Sarvadi. About who is Devi Parashakti and how she is manifesting through the Supreme Concept of Hinduism, Jagat Guru Mahasanidanam, His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam. Bye.
And this may be what you think as your first time in the presence of a divine cosmic being. But this is not the first time this divine energy has graced planet Earth. And if you're
The powerful cognition, as referenced from the ancient texts of Hinduism, revived by the Supreme Pontiff.
now we will be seeing Parashakti, who is the divine. It is the source where the Big Bang and black holes go on and on. Parashakti is the main deity of the sacred feminine and the divine consort of Bhagwan Paramashiva, who is the primordial divinity in Hinduism.
Or a way to connect with what you think of as life. In Vedic tradition, our rishis were aware your ability to connect with others should be diverted to the cosmos. It should inspire. It should.
And today, out of his extreme compassion and love, the Supreme Point of Hinduism is manifesting Devi Parashakti herself and gracing us.
So let us understand what is Bhava Samadhi Darshan. What is Samadhi? Sama is oneness, and Adi means source. So Samadhi means one with the source. Bhava means attitude or aspect. Bhava Samadhi means being one with the source through this aspect.
Powerful superconscious vibration that is present around the avatar at all times. He simply radiates darshan just as the sun continuously radiates light. The auspicious moment when the receiver is able to catch it.
Kailasa, the enlightened time-space zone, through deities and incarnations, and divine cosmic beings manifest through the Archavatara, the deity in temples, and through the Bhava Samadhi Darshans in the Nijavatara, the incarnation.
As the Nijavatara, the physical form or the embodied form for us to experience Paramashiva.
So, for example,
human beings are not mature enough to receive the higher level experiences from the Archavatar directly. And so, the avatar, the physical embodied form, has come down in the form of the Supreme Point of Hinduism to bridge the gap and create an experience of the superconscious energy in all of us.
Bhava Samadhi Darshan awakens your Kundalini Shakti, which is the latent potential and energy in every human being.
And during the Bhava Samadhi Darshan, our neurons mirror that of the avatar, mirroring mediated by the avatar.
So let us understand what are the Akashic readings. Akashic readings are not predictions. They are readings from the cosmic archives beyond space to happen are already clearly recorded.
And now we will be learning who is the Supreme Point of Hinduism, the one who is coming, who is manifesting Devi Parashakti herself. And
Paramashivoham is the reviver of Kailasa, a macrocosmic ancient enlightened Hindu civilizational nation. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is the 1008th incarnation of
And the Supreme Point of Hinduism is ordained as the 233rd Guru Mahasannidhanam of Kanchi Kailash Sarvagnipitam, which is the Tonde Mandala Adhini, the incumbent emperor of Suryavamsha Sarangi Samrajya, the
1008th Acharya Mahamandaleshwar, the head of all spiritual leaders of the Atalakada, the ancient Agamic body of Hinduism, is the present 23rd Guru Mahasannidhanam of the Dharma Mukti Pariguru Adinam.
Authored 300 books and 10,000 articles in 3 different languages, which are English, Tamil, and Sanskrit. And these are translated into 50 languages with over 1,000 titles. And over 20 million copies of books and articles are sold, read, and downloaded, with over Sutras, Brahma Sutras, Yoga Sutras, Ashtavakra Gitas, Jain Sutras, and much more.
The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is honored as the leader of Hinduism, the most awarded, internationally recognized Hindu leader, the largest Hindu university, Kailasa's Nithyananda Hindu University, with satellite campuses in over 150 countries, and is the establisher of 1,000 plus Kailasa.
And now, we will be getting into the next segment, where we will be seeing a live demonstration.
Definitive sign manifesting the cosmic beings in Archavatara, deities in Nijavatara, living incarnations is fasting. Understand? Kriya Pada of Vedas and Agamas Darshan. Literally, those cosmic beings manifest through this body. Just like how they manifest in Archavatara, deity, they manifest in Nijavatara.
Shiva consciousness. Krishna is the bridge for you to achieve the Krishna consciousness. But Shiva consciousness, Krishna consciousness, all consciousness is one and the same. Ultimate consciousness only. So that energy itself completely expresses.
Just like Radhika.
Bhava Samadhi Darshan is a window to the infinite expanse of consciousness, allowing us to glimpse the formless in a way that we can understand. It cleanses the karmas of lifetimes. It awakens our biomemory to the space of Paramashiva, the ultimate consciousness, and creates a deep and lasting transformation.
We get you health. We get you ability to build beautiful relationships in your life. We get you help you live enlightened life. Manifesting the state of Paramashiva, space of Paramashiva, powers of Paramashiva, being of Paramashiva.
World to know Hindus have something great.
Nithyanandam everyone, welcome back. So now we all just saw who is the Supreme Point of Hinduism, what is the Bhava Samadhi Darshan, and what we're going to get in this program. The Supreme Point of Hinduism will be demonstrating the powers of the third eye and sharing with all of us the experiences and results of the extraordinary manifestation of the powers awakened in us through the Diksha, the initiation, right, which is seeing with eyes blindfolded. And for those of you who might be wondering where the third eye is located and how it works, the third eye is a cosmic browsing center which is located between the brows, which upon initiation, one can effortlessly see and manifest powers just as you would with your Hinduism. Paramashiva reveals in elaborate detail that every human being is hardwired to be able to manifest 463 plus extraordinary Shaktis, the divine powers. And manifesting powers are described as a system meant to reach the divine. And some of you might have heard the term Siddhis. So let's look at the difference between. And a few more differences between Shaktis and Siddhis are that Shaktis of Paramashiva manifest through ordinary human beings in an extraordinary way after the initiation from the avatar and are permanent, whereas Siddhis are not permanent and may diverge space, form, and causality. And as the fundamental base of Avyakta, the unmanifest, and Vyakta, the manifest existence, he performs the Panchakritya or the 5 cosmic acts of Shrishti, creation, Sthiti, sovereign rulership and maintenance, Samhara, rejuvenation, Throbhava, of Paramashiva, and the reviver of Kailasa, which is the ancient enlightened Hindu civilization or nation, and the great cosmic borderless Hindu nation. Ever since the beginning of the civilization, the Sanatana Hindu Dharma has been a cradle of enlightened beings and highly advanced sciences. It was where and all of this knowledge and the science of our manifestation are passed down from one generation to the next generation through Diksha by enlightened gurus. And the Supreme Point of Hinduism, being recognized as an incarnation at a very young age, was trained and taught science of Aushadha, Bhakti Yoga, Advaita, Paramashivoham, and Paramashivoham. So how do we awaken these divine Shaktis in us? Every ultimate truth, jnana, through 4 aspects of evidences or pramanas. The first is the Shastra Pramana, which are the eternal, unchangeable truths revealed in the source scriptures. And the next is the Apta Pramana, which are the experiences and results of the Apta. The next is the Atma Pramana, which is an account from the Supreme Point of Hinduism, this millennium's avatar's personal experience of the power manifestation. Agmas, which are the scriptures where the applied technology and applied science is expanded. Vedas and Agmas, the Veda Agmas, which is a living applied science for all Hindus, are given the status of Shruti as they are directly of these extraordinary manifestation of powers. So we will be first getting into the power of third eye, which is seeing with eyes blindfolded. So the Shastra Pramana for the power of third eye reading comes from the Vijnana Bhairava Tantra. And the translation for this verse is, by fixing the mind on the inner space within the crown center and sitting stably without any movement, having the eyes closed in succession, by that stability of the mind in inner space through the power of this power, where Krishna initiates Arjuna into the power of third eye. Natu mam shakyase drashtu manenaiva swachakshusha divyam dadami te chakshuhu pashi. So in the Hindu Purana Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavan Krishna initiates Arjuna into the power of third eye to behold Krishna's Vishwarupa Darshan. And the next is the Atma Pramana in Swamiji's own words. The first experience is that I was able to see everything around me, above me, the whole 360-degree, 10 directions, below me, everything. I realized not only I was able to see, I was able to feel on the screen. Using a PET, a positron emission tomography, the brainwaves of the Supreme Pontiff Hinduism himself was measured. And it was measured that when doing daily activities, there was high activity, where we will be seeing a live demonstration of these extraordinary Shaktis initiated and given as a gift to humanity by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. So we will be back in just a few minutes to get into the live demonstration.
Spiritual sciences unique to Hinduism. Subtle, otherworldly, Kriya Pada of Vedas and Agamas elaborately explain the whole science of making the cosmic beings. They manifest in Nijavatara, Pratyakshavatara, and give you all the boons you ask, bless you.
See, each God is an independent intelligence to lead you to enlightenment. So that energy itself completely expresses.
Just like Radhika, when I see my own sweetness in the mirror, I become eager to taste it. I find that the only way to relish this sweetness is through the constitution of Sri Radhika.
Paramashiva, the ultimate consciousness, and creates a deep and lasting transformation in us.
We get you ability to build beautiful relationships in your life. We get you life. We will literally not stop till you live enlightened life. Manifesting the state of Paramashiva, space of E-Kailashians.
I want the whole world to know Hindus have something great to contribute to the world.
E-Kailasa is proper customized spiritual service helping you to identify your root patterns of suffering. You will have lowest reactionary assumptions, highest awakened response, alive response.
Yes, Nithyananda, everyone. So now we will be getting into the live demonstration of these extraordinary Shaktis. So as I will be using this eye band to blindfold my eyes. So Ma Amrita will be putting this on my eyes. So this is just a blindfold and eye band, which is used for people who are black sponge, which will not allow any light to go anywhere. And then we have to sockets for the eyes to go into. So now you can put a sequence of emojis, a sequence of numbers, a sequence of words, or something which doesn't even make sense, and I will be reading it out. So now Amrita will be putting it on my eyes. All of you can. Now all of you can see that the eye band has been put on me. All of you can see. So I'll be turning to all the 4 directions to my right. Usually we cannot see, but of course I will be able to see through my third eye now. So now any of you watching us live on YouTube can put in your comments and we will be reading it. Type Nithyanandam and then a Namaskar emoji with brown hands, and then I think that's a mango emoji or a fruit, I guess. And then I think another fruit, or sorry, no, it's a person meditating, and then a cat. Anyone else? Yes, so I think that last emoji in the first comment is a face emoji with something on the head. Anyone else would like to put your comments in? And I think the first, I have this Bhagavad Gita decoded book with me. All of you can see. And now Amrita will be opening a random with a heart emoji. Yes, Manityanamma. And yes, so now Amrita will be opening a random page in front of all of you, and I will be reading. It is page 1172 and 1173. And on 1173 it says, begin is not in your control. That is a continuation of the start loving those around you. You start loving yourself more. Strangely, you start thinking less about yourself. In your defeat, you win others. So that's the first para. Eye closed. I don't know what that means. I guess it's some acid. But yes, thank you, Ma, for giving a word which I think was a bit hard to pronounce. And anyone else would like to put in your comments for me to read before we move on to the next? We have another comment from Celine G, who has put thanks for this beautiful verse with the namaste emoji. Okay, I think in that time, before she removes it, we have another comment from Stephanie. She has put an equal sign and then that arrow. Yes, so now all of you can see the eye band. It is just as it was before it was put on me. Yes, and now we will be moving.
Spiritual Nijavatara, living incarnation is fasting. Understand? Kriya Pada of Vedas and Agamas elaborately. Literally, those cosmic beings manifest through this body. Just like how they manifest in Archavatara, deity, they manifest in Nijavatara, Pratyakshavatara, and ultimate Shiva consciousness. Krishna is the bridge for you to achieve the Krishna consciousness. But Shiva consciousness, Krishna consciousness, all consciousness is one and the same. Ultimate consciousness only. So that energy itself completely expresses.
Sri Radhika.
Bhava Samadhi Darshan is a window to the infinite expanse of consciousness.
And we make make sure you become wealthy. We won't stop giving you just good life. We will literally not stop till you live enlightened life. Manifesting the state of...
Yes, so now we will be getting into the power of body scanning. And this power awakens the ability to scan any illness. Dehe jagato vapi sukshma sukshma tarani cha tattvani yani nilayam dhyatvante vyajyate para. By the experience of such restful awareness, one becomes complete from all thoughts, and the ultimate universal divine power, Paradevi Adi Shakti, is revealed, and the supreme power manifestation happens. And the next is, there uses the power of body scanning and identifies the root cause of the headache. He reveals that there is a small tere, a type of frog, sitting in the person's brain. Agathir immediately instructs Tereyar, his disciple, to perform an open head surgery and remove. And the Atma Pramana for this power of body scanning was revealed on the 22nd of December 2019 by the Supreme Court of Hinduism himself. Paraphrasing, he used diagnostic methods instead of medical facilities to study the condition due to the poisoning, the body condition due to the poisoning. Through body scanning, from social media, a few of the disciples out of the thousands of disciples initiated into the powers of Paramashiva. So these few devotees and disciples have shared their experience of manifesting the power of body scanning. And now, I will be doing a body scanning for you. So I see Ma Devi Madhu who has put body scanning and healing, please. Yes, Ma, I will be doing a body scanning for you now. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Okay. Ma Devi Madhu, I was able to see that for you, there is a lot of heat in your body getting accumulated. It is increasing your stress levels, and it is basically distracting you a lot. So I was able to see for that, if you the juice itself at home and drink it fresh. You can keep it in the fridge and make it cool if you want, but make sure that the fruits are organic and you make the juices at home itself. Don't get juices directly from outside. Drink, so don't drink too hot water or too cold water. Always drink the water you drink should always be like a proper temperature. It shouldn't be too cold or too hot, unless you specifically want to. Prabjot Gill, who has asked for a body scanning. So yes, I will be doing a body scanning for you now. Much of a problem. It's just you get body aches quite regularly, like once in a week or twice in a week. Like either your legs hurt or your hands hurt, and that more physical activities and do whatever you're doing right now. And I also see that you've asked how to take care of the Venkateshwara deity. So you can actually you can take them up. You can also keep like some soap, some food. You can keep the normal everyday things which we use. You can keep it for Venkateshwara, like the brush, paste, soap, and anything else. And you can also, before you eat, you can always ask. I'm very much depressed, Ma. Thank you for your body scanning, Ma. Please heal me, Ma. Yes, Ma. During the body scanning itself, healing also happens. And I have also given healing separately. You will be healed, Ma, with the grace. I see Ma Mahajanendra Nithyananda has asked, when do the Kalvarava readings take place? And so before the Kalbhairava Bhava Samadhi Darshan, we have the Akashic readings during the power manifestation demo. So there is a link which you can sign up for. You can contact any of the causers and get the link. And I think Ma Saline ji has also asked. And now with this, with the Akashic readings and before the Bhava Samadhi Darshans, so you all can again join us and request for the body scanning. We will be more than happy to do it for all of you. And with this, I thank all of you who are watching us right now, all the viewers, for joining us for this power manifestation segment.
Spiritual sciences unique to Hindu incarnations is fasting. Understand? Kriya Pada of Vedas and Agamas elaborately explain the whole science of his body. Just like how they manifest in Archavatara, deity, they manifest in Nijavatara, Pratyakshavatara. And Shiva consciousness. Krishna is the bridge for you to achieve the Krishna consciousness. But Shiva consciousness, Krishna consciousness, all consciousness is one and the same. Ultimate consciousness only.
Radhika.
Bhava Samadhi Darshan is a window to the infinite expanse of consciousness, allowing us to glimpse the formless in a way
Nithyananda, welcome back to your viewers. Now we will understand in this segment who is Devi Parashakti and how can you connect with Devi. Yes, ma'am. Can we go to the Devi Parashakti slide, please?
Yes, now? Karam Smitamukhi Mapina Vakshoruham Panibhyamaliporna Ratna Chashakam Raktotpalim Bhibratim Saumyam Ratna Gatasta Rakta Charanam Dhyayet Paramambikam.
And the translation goes, the Divine Mother is to be meditated upon as shining in a vermilion red.
Arunam
compassion, and she holds the noose, the goad, the bow, and the flowery arrow in her hand. She is surrounded on all sides by the powers
from which billions and billions of universes come out and go in. It is the source where the Big Bang and black holes go on and on. Parashakti is the source Shakti, source energy, the source.
Parashakti herself is manifesting through the embodied form as the Nijavatara of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagadguru Mahasanidanam, His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Nithyananda is gracing us, answering all of our questions, attending to our prayers, giving
herself, raising as Omkara, expressing as Vedas and Agamas, blossomed as Hrimkara, filled as Parashodasi, living in 40 triangles, the Kailasha Swamini, who is in Kailasha, Shripura Chintamani Parashodasi, sitting as part of Paramashiva, Parameshwari, who rules the world, Paramashakti Manonmani Meenakshi, as Niti Meenakshi. Taking the form of Nithyananda, I came here as Nijavatara with great compassion. I am blessing, listen people, to do good to all of you. I took the form of Nithyananda and came down as Nijavatara.
raising in Omkara, blossoming as Shiva. Shiva manifesting as the source of existence, powers of existence, expanding as the 8 directions, existing as the 9 grahas, blossoming as the 10 indriyas, being as the 11 mudras, creating all the world, bringing life to tell and make
Paramashivam and Parashakti at that moment. She is there on your screen, so always receive her very traditionally. You can keep 2 betel leaves, 1 banana, 1 betel nut, and a coin in front of the screen as you watch Devi Parashakti. And in the Hindu tradition, a coin is considered the traditional dakshina. It can even be the
Offer that to Devi. After darshan is over, do namaskar, eat the banana, betel leaf, and betel nut. Take it as a prasadam immediately. Collect those coins and send it to LA Temple. This betel leaf, betel nut may look too small, but in a few days, you will see how much it adds to your sentiment that really she is there. You will not take the Devi darshan
and arrange and set up your tambulam. So you can set up the 2 betel leaves, the 1 banana, 1 betel nut, and 1 coin on a plate and keep it in front of the screen as you see it being projected. So you can place everything on a plate, and if you would like, you can also keep some fresh.
She has been giving solutions for all of humanity and what we can learn and how we can save ourselves during this pandemic. We'll be right back after a short break.
I request the NTV volunteer to project the Akashic slides. Is recorded there as a file. So nothing can be destroyed. Please understand. Okay, so we will be back.
Nithyanandam, welcome back to all the viewers. In this next segment, we'll be under very beautiful, wise, and compassionate guidance to ensure that each and every one of us are taking the steps to protect ourselves during these extremely intense and dark times as we navigate this supreme knowledge and guidance during this time. So now I request if we can project the slides on how Devi Parashakti has revealed how the immune. Yes, so while we are getting that to you, platforms including Facebook, Twitter, and wherever you are frequently using, most of us are spending 4 to 5 hours on social media, and we can spend some of that time enriching ourselves, our friends, our community who are connected with us in this grand social network. And this digital platform is one of the ways that the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is making that happen across the world. So in this next segment, we will be understanding how Devi Parashakti had given us the guidance on meaning. Yes, Devi Parashakti revealed on the 3rd of June 2021, not only are people dying in crores financial here, the revelations about mental health issues. After having known this, according to a new study, neurological symptoms like depression and anxiety are also showing to be common in those described and shown to us in this study. For the health of loved ones most impacted their mental health status, and the need to take care of the family most affected the current and future plans. Almost 1/2 of students took to exercise. This is from Dartmouth College, who have tracked the moods and behaviors of about 200 students for 4 years. And they are saying that the stress levels are at their highest. And again, this is from June 10th, 2021. The article proceeds to say that the Dartmouth College researchers, because of depression and anxiety, have soared and showed no signs of coming down. This is from Andrew Campbell, a researcher and computer science professor. Yes, let us now watch this brief video.
Listen intensely. Dead. It moves from different universes, vertical time zones, lives in different time zones as per its free will, knowledge, the Bhumandala. This Bhumandala and the Jati ecosystems, the caste ecosystems, and rebirth and grow more and more towards enlightenment easily, quickly, in accelerated speed, and of Kailasa, and to manifest Kailasa. That is the reason the rate of expansion of the universe has been accelerated. An intense ecosystem for great enlightenment will be attracted to Kailasa and experience liberation. Kailasa will be the truths of the country, society, ecosystem, society, country, judiciary, because Kailasa, cosmic ecosystem, is manifesting.
Yes, so what Devi Parashakti had said beautifully is, listen intensely. I will reveal the secret of the universe there, but ultimately to get enlightened, complete liberation, Paramashiva Padam, your soul has to come back to this Karma Bhumi, the Bhumandala. Grahastha and multiple spiritual ecosystems are created for the souls to come back and rebirth and grow more and more towards the enlightenment quickly, easily, in an accelerated speed and space. Now too many souls are from the cosmos, enlightened beings and incarnations to land is being manifested by me through the Nijavatara Nithyananda and this Kailasa. All the blessed, fortunate beings. Hindu Dharma is nationalism. This cosmic truth will be truths of the country, society, ecosystem. The society, country, judiciary, ecosystem, all these of Kailasa will be aligned to the cosmic law, the cosmic energy, and the universal existential truth. So actually, if we see what Devi Parashakti revealed is so beautiful, is actually so profound, how the whole universe is a beautiful sacred sentiment. The whole universe is celebrating, is expanding in joy and celebration out of, is expanding, especially during this time.
You are looking at the most detailed. This detailed map will help scientists shed light on the remaining mysteries of the universe. Let's go on a journey spread throughout the observable universe. Moving faster than light, we will take you through space in a journey from our place in the Milky Way all the way out to the large-scale structures of the visible universe, and will tell you about how we're mapping it out, or by either assuming that there exists some mysterious dark energy, or by modifying Einstein's theory of gravity, called general relativity. In the same year, the systematic shift of galactic light induced by the expansion of the universe, the so-called redshift. In this new map of our universe, the large dark patches are mostly regions obscured by the Milky Way, nearby galaxies, red galaxies, more distant star-forming galaxies, and superluminous distant active zone mapping of the extragalactic sky, and just recently finished measuring distances for 1 million galaxies and quasars. These successive surveys of the universe, which dates back to about 400,000 years after the birth of the universe, also known as the Big Bang. Adding the EBOS data to the previous Sloan exploratory tools for shedding light on dark energy, and also for constraining the theory of general relativity, leading to a better understanding of the fundamental laws that rule our universe.
Yes, so as this video elaborately explained, the universe is not just expanding, but it's the next slide, please. And it's saying that the fresh evidence suggests that the universe is expanding faster today than it did in its infancy, a difference that had set off a search to understand what cosmic force, how this all is coming into play, exactly as Devi Parashakti revealed. As Devi Parashakti had told us, it's literally being described and shown, and is the universe expanding. And according to this article, 9% faster than it was before, or the projected rate. Why is this happening? What's the source of it? Only Devi Parashakti has actually revealed what is the source, what's results that have now demonstrated time and time again that the universe is accelerating in its expansion. So even if we took type, yes, and in fact, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has revealed how exactly the universe is expanding and its expansion rate is accelerated. He has revealed that is exactly what the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has mapped down so beautifully, easily, so that each and every one of us can benefit, especially now as the whole universe is expanding, just as Devi Parashakti had revealed.
Listen, the universe is not just expanding, its expansion is accelerated. Please understand. Last few years, I am screaming in top of my voice that superconscious breakthrough. It's a dark energy, the dark matter in that level, the unmanifest, in avyakta, unmanifest level itself, in the dark energy, in the dark matter, unmanifest, avyakta swarupa of Paramashiva. See, Paramashiva's of expansion, not just expansion, acts. But if you ask me to give a right word, I will say Swatta Sutta Swayam Prakasa Jyoti. I will call it a superconscious energy, superconscious matter, Prakasa Jyoti. Jyoti, light, superconsciousness is the word. You call it as dark with 3 eyes. When you see something and you know it cannot be seen by the 2 eyes, you call that what exists as unmanifest of Paramashiva is one and the same. Please listen. This acceleration of expansion is from happening. Now, the superconscious breakthrough is imminent. It has to happen. It is happening. I have been sent to planet Earth to
ask the NTV volunteer to share the on immunity. You can stop the share and resume back. Yes. So the virus, then the whole immune system of the body is being compromised. And in so many different ways, now you'll just be understanding how Devi Parashakti, what Devi Parashakti revealed about the immunosuppression of COVID-19 on the body, the effects on the body, and how Devi Parashakti had revealed that, and immediately after, just, yes. We can go on to the next slide, please. Yes, we can go on to the next slide.
you will be able to sit in Padmasana like me. Eat the rice with a neem flower. Samana and prana. Detox your body and clear apana. Om.
Humanity. Neem flower and rice will heal the body, remove all the pains, induce flexibility, samana and prana, and detox the body and clear apana. And actually, we have seen in different magazines and a lot of medical research how the neem flower has and the neem flower actually has so much a benefit on the digestive health. Neem flowers help in improving digestive health, and they are used mainly in dry powdered form for cooking. It can be in the area. The flower is known for its potent properties, which help in fat breakdown. We've also seen how the dried flowers can be powdered and consumed every morning, mixed in a glass of warm water. It helps in cleansing the liver and purifies the body internally. This means clearer and glowing complexion. Now, consuming neem flowers on a regular basis helps improve metabolism as well. It helps improve literally how the blood becomes detoxified and all the toxins leave our system and stop being circulated between one organ and another organ and stop being literally recycled in our blood. Evidences have shown us how the neem flower and its properties actually have chemopreventive properties, as well as being able to reverse and attack the anti-cancer cells. So in breast cancer formation and liver cancer formation, it is actually reducing the effects of and reducing the early stages of cancer in these organs. So that is a very profound thing that we found on neem flower, that it actually has chemoprevention. And another option is that you can soak the flower in water overnight. And early morning, if we start drinking that water, it will help you to strengthen the body. And also for balancing the pitta, you can roast the flowers in ghee, and that can be made as tuvail with curry leaves. So that means that it will change your entire diet. It will literally change the way that you are interacting with others, that you are reacting to life. You'll feel less stress, less tiredness, less chronic fatigue in your life. So it is an extremely powerful way that you can really benefit. The positivity in our body can be absolutely enlivened by the neem flower. And it cures any kind of anxiety that you have, any depression that you have, and everything. And through these offerings, you can manifest deep oneness in your life. So we'll be right back with you to begin this next segment after a quick break.
Nithyananda, welcome back to it. Because when Devi Parashakti comes in front of you, what is important is the receptivity that you have to be able to receive the energy that she showers and bestows upon you.
Side to the pop, but free of cost. Two, what you have spent so much money on. Just giving as an example.
The best way to open yourself to enable the receptivity in you so that you can avail the divine grace and blessings is in the space and oneness, and it consists of two parts, giving and accepting. Only when the divine accepts what one offers, the offering becomes complete in itself. Offering is not made of fear nor of greed, but enables you to experience the pure love, the divine energy, grace, with blessings, boons, powers, etc. The next slide, please.
पङ्कजवराभयजपाक्षसरयुक्तम् अङ्गहिमभूषणविचित्रवसनं स्यात् तुङ्गमकुटोज्ज्वलमनोन्मणिस्वरूपम्.
This from the Moolagama, the Manonmani Dhanam. Moonlight face holding the Vedas on one hand, fire in the eyes with lotus flower gracing and blessing.
शशिनि भवदनां वेदहस्तां दधानां सव्ये पद्मं वरदमपरे चाभयं चाक्षमालाम्.
Meditate on Devi with three eyes glowing like a moon and holding the Veda, lotus and gracing with blessing and gracing hands. She is wearing beautiful ornaments and is worshipped by Brahma and other gods. And Shisha was also, we are going to be seeing what are the ways through which you can connect to that cosmic. If you see the offerings today will be, majority will be of gold. Because gold is a very, very sacred element. It's a divine element. In Sanatana Hindu Dharma, gold is considered, everything it's made of gold. Because gold is an extremely precious and high alchemy metal which can hold the energy of alchemy. It purifies anything. The next slide, please. Everything is built on the gold prince. And when one had to be saved from life-threatening illnesses, all these people offer. The Hindu civilization thrived on the banks of rivers of gold called the Hiranya Maya, the river of gold, Rig Veda. The river Saraswati was also called as Hiranyavartani of E-Hundi.
Bhakti Priya, Bhakti Gamya, Bhakti Vasya Bhayapaha, Shambhavi Sharadharadhya, Sharvani, Sharmanayini.
E-Hundi, when if you see in Sanatana, when you are brought all the time, when you, especially you go to the temple or something, you are always, as a first lesson of being able to express your gratitude, you are given maybe a 50 paise coin gratitude in some form or the other. Now, in this time of the pandemic and where this whole digital age, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has made this opportunity available for all the human beings where digitally you can offer
Than Mohyate Vishwam Saiva Vishwam Prasyuyate Saya Chitta Cha Vijanam Tushtaruddhim Prayaschati. The goddess enchants this universe and she herself. Chapter 12, verse 34. Understand, offering the sankalpa, the conscious resolution, blesses us with all the fruition of our desires, wishes. This is just $1 USD only, and you can make your offering just $1 USD per person. Next slide, please. She who likes the repetition of her various names, Here, when it's said as names, it's not just the names, but her very dimension. When you say Srimata, Parashakti, so in Lalita Sahasranam, this offering where Parashakti, each and every dimension is offered, and by that the tapa. Muktahara lasat kirita ruchiram purnendu vaktra prabham Shinjannu purakinkini manidharam padma prabha bhasuram Tosmi santatamaham karunyavara nidhim Meenakshim pranatosmi santatamaham. A small bell who is shining like the splendor of a lotus, who grants all the wishes, the daughter of the mountain, who is worshipped by goddess Vani and Rama, and I remain like compassion of Devi Parashakti. Also, any successful dastas of Vivashni, because when your Sahasrara chakra flowers, it releases nectar, the Amrita. And when it is releasing that Amrita, it just floods every nerve of you, making your entire system so overflowing from your Sahasrara chakra. So offer the Mahantika to Devi Parashakti and receive her blessings of achieving a blissful state of overflowing gratitude and the space of complete completion.
Offering. There's a very beautiful line that comes in the Guru Ashtakam. It says, Shariram surupam tatava kalatram yasascharu chitram. Handsome body and a very beautiful form, very beautiful wife, and then you can have like an extremely, like good name and fame and extreme knowledge, wealth, power, wealth as stable and as much as Mount Meru. Ananta samsara samudra para naukarikabhyam guru bhaktikam. Means, and it says how the whole shipping the lotus feet of the Guru. In Sanatana Hindu Dharma, Guru is a center, the backbone of the whole of Sanatana Hindu Dharma. Even in the Guru-disciple relationship, offering your costless joy, costless happiness, costless, reasonless gratitude. You just sit, you enjoy because you enjoy because he is there, you enjoy self, the human form. Just sitting at the feet of Paramashiva, offering your gratitude, your love, your devotion, just enjoying the presence of Swamiji is the Pratyaksha Pada Puja. So for anybody that wants to offer the presentation that's happening around in Kailasa, and we have just a few days left, do not miss. Go ahead and sign up for the Pratyaksha Pada Puja, and on the sacred day of Guru Purnima, auspicious day,
be the best where you can offer your gratitude to Guru itself.
Next to Devi, like how when your mother comes, right? Or when if Devi comes, what will you do to her? You will feed her with best food. You will, give her good rest, and you will give her a very good. You will dress her up with all the way you like. You give her the best things that you want to. A best way to is the E-Hundi. Second is a Sankalpa chanting, and the third is Devi Sahasranama Swaranakasi. The fourth one is the Mukta Anguti, the finger. Any of these can experience the benefits and fulfillment and all the benefits and blessings of offering the sevas. So we will now project the link for all. Here there are two links, tiny.cc/Bhava Samadhi. And if you just want to register for the seva but you need help, register here. And if you want to make the payment right now, you can visit tiny.cc/Devi-offerings. For all of your ease and comfort, you'll
Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
request the tiny.cc/Devi Crossing.
tiny.cc/Devi-offerings.
Yes, tiny.cc/Devi-offerings.
And once you go there, you will actually see this Parashakti Bhavasama Darshan, the donations will be written. Scroll a bit down, and then there'll be, you can choose from, and then once you choose that, yes, you can just click it. You'll see the rate and you can click that button. And then you can scroll down and fill in all your details.
You can add your card to it, and you can go ahead and click place the order towards the bottom right. So add your billing details, fill the billing details completely, and towards the bottom right, the moment you place the order, it will, so the moment you place the order, it will give you the order number, and that is where you complete your registration. But after this, the step is not completed with this. You have to go to, the moment you fill this, please go to Parashakti's, the offering that you want to make, please go to this form so you can fill your details, so that only when you fill this form, your name, the name of your family members will be chanted in the ritual. So please make sure so that we can ensure, please make sure you fill including the ticket number, and you have to do the whole thing, and you can go to the bottom of the page. And you can also enter the prayer that you, the particular boon or prayer that you want to request for. And then you can also enter, here you'll have to choose Devi Parashakti Akashic reading, because that's the offering that you are taking. Yes, go down, ma. And you can go ahead and click the next page. Yes, so much fun. Now, to those of you that are wanting to offer now, these are the two first steps that you need to take, and these two simple steps will complete your whole offering of to Devi Parashakti.
Now let's see how we have to proceed with the next very interesting way how you can offer to Parashakti. And yes, and in that, once you click on the dollar symbol, you will get 3 different options. If you're still not a member, you can click the join option. So, okay, so here is the super sticker option. Okay, so super chat. So yes, you can click the super chat. Here you can choose how many are in your unit currency it will come. So you can choose whatever amount that you want to offer. Next is Yes, you could, yes, you can disclose it. Huh? The next is how to become a member. You can get the different payment methods. So
and
it's
this is just a
using-
one-time setting. So the moment you link, and you can just be offering, and just sitting right on your couch, sitting where you are, just on YouTube, you can still go. Let's all get ready to move to the further segments of the Devi Parashakti Akashic reading. Let's all now get ready to hear the preparation steps for what is the best that you can do.
Otherworldly but definitive sign manifesting. The cosmic beings in Archavatara, deities in Nijavatara, living incarnations is possible. Understand? Kriya Pada, Bhava Samadhi Darshan. Literally, those cosmic beings manifest through this body. Just like how they manifest in
enlightenment. Each God is a bridge for you to achieve the Shivatva, the ultimate Shiva consciousness. Krishna is the bridge for you to achieve the Krishna consciousness. But the Shiva consciousness...
The only way to relish this sweetness is through the constitution of Sri Radhika.
Bhava Samadhi Darshan is a window and creates a deep and lasting transformation in us.
Direct spiritual support, and we make sure you become wealthy. Being of Paramashiva. We have something great to contribute to the world. Service helping you to identify your root patterns of suffering. You will have lowest reactionary assumptions, highest awakened response, alive response for life. Continuous, proper, customized spiritual service helping you to complete with your life negativity, withdrawal from life, everything. If you are interested in enlightenment, we will immediately bring this to you. If you are not interested, we will explain the whole science, inspire you, and human beings. Kailasa is responsible to provide that to all human beings. Cultures, time zones, backgrounds, genders, nationality, race, from every creed. So
COVID care centers today are necessary. And what is the situation the world is facing today? The world as we see today, Human Rights Watch has reported that more than 1.5 billion students are out of school today. More than 91% of the world's students are out of school due to stress as the biggest reason why their academic performance suffered negatively for the past 12 months. In addition, 29.5% listed anxiety as a factor. For American middle schoolers, 61% of teens admitted feeling pandemic. According to UNICEF monitoring, 46 countries are currently implementing nationwide closures. 27 countries are implementing local closures, impacting about 72.9% of the world's student population. So one can see how practically the whole world by the corona pandemic. In a survey by the mental health charity Young Minds, which included 2,111 access mental health support, peer support groups, and face-to-face services have been cancelled, and support by phone or online can be challenging for some young people. So one can see here available at the way it used to be before, and healthcare workers themselves have been impacted. The provision of healthcare has been impacted. WHO survey. Naturally, in the wake of this COVID-19 pandemic, the amount of stress, anxiety, and depression that it has brought in its wake needs support, but just at the time when people with and without a past psychiatric diagnosis who received a COVID-19 diagnosis were later diagnosed with but also on the mental health level, whether people after being infected by the coronavirus or not infected, but having the stress of being infected or what their future is going to look like, and the insecurities about the future, the depressive disorder that is induced because of for young adults. And 25% of them are reporting that they started or increased substance use during the pandemic compared to 13% of all adults, and 26% reporting serious thoughts of suicide compared to 11%. Like 7,000 students drop out of school per day. About 25% of high school freshmen fail to graduate from high school. The segment that has been very badly impacted is the field of education, where students worldwide are not only facing ripple effects of the physical coronavirus impact and the whole world practically reeling under the effects of this, in the faith guided by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Bhagwan Nithyananda Paramashivam, attempting to and successfully reviving what the world is facing, what Hinduism is facing, the loss because of losing the Hindu system of education, the Gurukul system of education, which is less of an education and more of a for the COVID Care Protection Center, which have been enabled in practically all of the de facto spiritual embassies of Kailasa across India. So to register, all you need to do is go to this link and sign up. https://kailasa And now let's move to the next segment on what is Kailasa's education system. In 1970s is what I am trying to reproduce all over the world through the Nithyananda Gurukul and the online e-Gurukul, body and Vedic mind. The Nithyananda Gurukul is a mystical Vedic school established by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. Here, itself is not for education. The Gurukul brings to the world the right kind of education that empowers us. Continuously giving words, ideas, concepts, theories, or theologies. It was about awakening you to the right context, enlightenment. The Indian education system, the Gurukul, is more of a dilution due to generalization. Whether others educate you or you educate yourself, if you plan everything based on the best of you, it is called specialization. The Guru education means putting set of ideas into your head. Initiations. Initiation means empowering you with powers and letting you play with it, letting you manifest, specialize, letting you very good, beautiful, and best contributing citizen of the planet Earth and for humanity. By the thought current you carry. The person who will be made to speak in the presence of the Pandits who have mastered that thought current. They will see whether we should be able to guarantee you can't even get one lie out of our Gurukul kids. That is what is education. On a subject, unless it has become your thought current, the way you cognize, change of thought current, transformation of thought current is the success of education centric. Our Gurukuls are not teacher centric. Our Gurukuls are education centric. Student can develop, invent something which his guru does not know, are not with the set of rules or frame. They only supported people to explore the highest possible creativity. Gurukuls are not like dams for your inspiration and energy. It is an embankment for the wild river. Embankments or Advaitis, or many of the Vishishta Advaiti Gurus' disciples were Advaitis. What does that mean? Only the basic analysis scales were given to you. Itself shows, otherwise you will be shocked. Ramanuja's guru was a great Advaiti. Being Advaiti, Ramanuja was even able to think in the language of with only tools to explore. It is not putting you in any frame, any restriction, any dams. If you read the Shanti Mantra, it is education-centric, not teacher-centric. Unfortunately, in the modern day, tamastu, ma vid vishavahai. This verse, it says, maybe both, meaning the teacher and the student, both together be protected. Heights of seeking, new heights of seeking. That is where even the Ishtadevata concept has come. Guru encourages the disciple to travel, discover, reinvent, support, guide, not being heavy on them. The uniqueness of our Gurukuls are freedom to explore, create, the constructive freedom they enjoy. With the principles of completion, the four tattvas of integrity, authenticity, responsibility, and enriching, as well as a truth to one and all, to every being in this cosmos. Because one is established in the vow of ahimsa, in the fundamental truth of ahimsa or non-violence. With this only, the balasans of the yes, that is, the rose plants actually drop their thorns, something which nature provides as natural protection itself. The plant drop because of the tremendous amount of security and which they live, they radiated while literally nurturing, caring for, and bringing up these rose plants, which reciprocated by dropping something which is a natural defense provided by nature, except by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Bhagwan Nithyananda Paramashivam.
Any human society which is imposed on that society more than 60 years. The future of education is where the teachers and students live together in one place. If need what you say, understand, they do what you do. They won't do what you say. The future of the Indian education system, I can say, the future of the any intelligent education system will be through our Gurukul system. It is going to be the Gurukuls. In Indian education, student need to study the teacher. Teacher need to study the student. Understand? After thoroughly studying the student, other than the science of enlightenment, all other things, master selects the subject with the knowledge of enlightenment, with the science of enlightenment, with the truth of enlightenment, as the context. If you learn plumbing, building houses, it is not just information based.
To be upwards socio-economic ability, the strongest means of removing poverty. The right education is crucial to the well-being of Dharma alive and standing as the world's most ancient living civilization. Through Kailasa's Department of Education, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, in the Gurukul, the Guru's home, the Gurukul system is rooted on the Guru Shishya Sampradaya, or the living lineage of the Guru alone. Their brain waves show that they are in a complete meditative state despite being fully active and engaged. In the world of athletics, casually walk, talk, and engage with life, settled in this peak. Recent studies have also found that we imbibe the body language, behaviors, and patterns of those than the enlightened Guru, who, as per modern science, exists as the superconscious, biological, reproducible anomaly. Ray. After careful study of the colonialism era, it was found that the most pathetic way of cunningly destroying the Gurukul system, because they understood the impact that their education system, literally deciphering the strengths, the very core of the Gurukul system of education, and then systematically destroying it inch by inch, pillar by pillar, India. And that allowed the further destructions also to see historically the destructions that have been caused by the invaders, the barbaric invaders of the Vedic civilization. Systematic destruction of Hindu universities and gurukuls also went more than 80% of Hinduism's indigenous knowledge. The effect of this education on the Hindus is prodigious. No Hindu who has received an English education ever continues to be sincerely attached to his mind. It is my firm belief that if our plans of education are followed up, there will not be a single idolater among the respectable classes in Bengal. 30 respect. Contrast that with what is happening today in Kailasa's Nithyananda Gurukul, day of 2nd October 2006, when the Nithyananda Gurukul was inaugurated first officially in Adi Kailasa Sarvajna Peetham. In 2008, one can see adolescents speak volumes about the success of the fundamental nature of the Guru, which evaluates one's fundamental intelligence and intelligence quotient. And here they scored in the top 10 to 20% of Mensa at the age of 14. Irrespective of the student, it is the basis of the Hindu system of education. The Gurukul Balasans here, you can see learning the standard academics along with the native, the indigenous Hindu scriptures. Blindfold, that is a traditional rope yoga, along with the blindfold being enabled by the awakening of the third eye power. So the really cherishable moments when the students of the Nithyananda Gurukul are directly being trained by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism in the field of archery. So here one can see the Balasant personally being taught the once lost science of Dhanur Vidya or art instruments without formal training. This is something that comes very naturally because, as one knows, in the Gurukul system of education, it is not transfer of knowledge, it is transmission. So literally the students download or pick it up. And the Gurukul Balasans living the life of Agama Shastra. Agamic Shastras are one of the fundamental source scriptures of Hinduism, revealing the why and the how blindfolded. Through the initiation of the Guru, whereby the Guru awakens the non-mechanical parts of the brain, hundreds of Balasans and peacekeepers of Kailasa express powers such as, but not limited to, reading through the third eye or the Anya exercise of internalizing the highest truths. And this literally is actually the think tank of Hinduism. Verbalizes, it's almost like a debate, an intellectual debate, but not from the space of trying to prove one's point over the other, not from a space of violence, but from a training sown by the Vakhyata Sadas in their formative years, flowers very quickly as the Balasans of the Nithyananda Raja Gurukul take on the dais, the public dais, where they are able to address from the Gurukul. 20th May 2018, the Balasins of the Nithyananda Raja Gurukul, after successfully hosting the worldwide webinar on the highlights and science, whole brain learning, stress-free living, zero teen violence or aggression, quantum memory activation, recalling verbatim after a single hearing, which is. And now coming to Kailasa's Nithyananda Hindu University, the world's largest Hindu university established around the globe and presenting the world's most ancient lost knowledge in a user-friendly way. Ancient truths are taught in a way directly applicable for the modern man's personal, practical, and professional life.
University. Now let us watch.
Long rituals are not useless to awaken all the life energies. See, totally we have 21 life energies. I will describe all the 21 like a fundamental ability to make decision. All these 21 is given to you, but you use you. I have seen people become thieves by not knowing the power of their, you know, you own trillions. Why will you steal? Listen, asteya, non-stealing. Each of my Gurukul kid, the powers they can manifest. Understand, Gurukul is not a joke. It is a powerful sign. One. If there are 3 child, it is not 1 + 1 + 1 3. No, it is 1. I have always seen, whenever I download a power on one child, brahmacharis, when they sit as one team, it is very easy for me to just like a lightning pour the energy on the multiple life energies, awakening them to its peak. And
Despite the relentless attacks against the life, character, and the image of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, he goes on sincerely contributing everything he has for the world, from leaders and multi-faith diaspora. Now, let us see the revelations to the world by Devi Parashakti, the Supreme Pontiff of Hindu Nijavatara. I am blessing you, listen. People, listen. To do good to all of you I have taken the form of Nithyananda and came down as the Nijavatara. People of India, listen, carefully listen. Time after few hypocrites, because they are stuck in delusion, we cannot sacrifice the world. Cosmos cannot be destroyed. The ship I did to save the cosmos from being destroyed, that is called Adi Kailasa. The ship I huge that is going to happen, all the Aushadas. By this Guru Purnima, that Jnana Rasavadam, Navabhashana is going to flower. Allow people to come and they come in line and will take the dip in Anandalingam. Listen well to my words. For India, as protection, the Nithyananda Navapashana Lingam in Vaidya Sarovar. Go to Adi Kailasa, looking for health, Navapashana, water feast, and medicine to get the health and protection and enlightenment. To protect people from the great destruction, I, Parashakti, made this huge ship. Even if the captain of the ship is not there, ship without exception. It is the supreme pontiff of Hinduism, with his grace and compassion, opened his homes of Kailasa to one and all that are built by the Nijavatara himself, the supreme pontiff of Hinduism, Jagat Guru Mahasanidanam, his divine holiness Swamiji. So this is the immense opportunity to one and all to protect themselves. Adinam in Tamil Nadu, Thiruvannamalai Adinam in Tamil Nadu, Rajapalayam Adinam in Tamil Nadu, Puduvai Adinam in Puducherry, Pattanam Adinam in Tamil Nadu, Siragapadi Adinam in Tamil Nadu, Sri Puram. So what we are seeing is the immense compassion that the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagat Guru Mahasanidanam, His Divine Holiness, children are suffering because of the lack of education, the amount of anxiety and mental disorders that the children go through because of this ongoing pandemic. What are the measures that we are taking as Kailasa? You've seen a brief about a list of contributions COVID care protection centers in Adi Kailasa and other ecosystems in Adi Kailasa Nithyananda Paramashivam. With his hard work right from 2003, brick by brick, what are the events that is involved in making of this Nithyananda Adi Kailasa Nithyananda Paramashivam, which Kailasa rushes to aid India as India finds itself on the verge of COVID-19 third wave. Multiple free COVID care centers are opened across India. Services that are offered during pandemic in de facto spiritual embassies across India includes the medical care, infrastructure to accommodate thousands of people, accommodation for multi-layered quarantine offered during pandemic in de facto spiritual embassies across India are offered from. You have this opportunity to be part of this COVID Care Protection Center by joining in this link below. Kailasa. You can register yourself through this link, kailasa.org/Kailasa Care, KAILASA.org/KAILASACARE. Let's take a few minutes to register ourselves in this link below. And virtually for a number of kids who are going through the e-Gurukul program. With more than 1 billion kids not having access to education in the midst of this global pandemic, Kailasa has taken. Department of Education is focused on providing this Hindu educational services to one and all for free and reclaim your conscious sovereignty. To one and all. You can see here how the kids are so blissfully radiating the conscious sovereignty of them. They are radiating the state, space, being, AM. They are they log into the get ready Devalaya. They learn rituals, temple sciences, and the rituals. For example, chanting of the Chandi Homa, Mahachandi Homa, that happens in Adi Kailasa Nithyananda Paramashivam. Yes. So, Nithyananda Paramashivam in Adi Kailasa Nithyananda Swamiji, the rituals that are conducted in the Nithyananda Paramashivam are done by the third day awakened Balasans of Nithyananda Rajvidya Gurukul in Adi Kailasa. What you're seeing here is the celebrations. Now, along with the Nitya Pujas, we also celebrate more than 200 days in a year on Brahma Utsavam. Swamiji is reviving these temple sciences and community based on the temple, community living based on the temple. So this particular picture is from the Mahamrityunjaya Homa. This particular picture is from the Meenakshi Tirukalyanam Puja. Every single day, Maheshwara Puja happens where the community comes together, live together, and have the meals together and celebrate Paramashiva. The kids also connect with the nature so blissfully. The glimpses of the kids from the COVID Care Protection Centers, how they evolve themselves to attain their conscious. Where you can make them to help them to attain the conscious sovereignty, because just by their presence in this Bhusparsha, in the ecosystem that the Supreme Pontiff of KAILASACARE. So let's take a few minutes to register yourself in kailasa.org/Kailasa Care. Stay tuned, we'll be right back for the next segment.
But definitive sign manifesting. The cosmic beings in Archavatara, deities in Nijavatara, living incarnations is possible. Understand? Kriya Pada of Veda Darshan. Literally those cosmic beings manifest through this body. Just like how they manifest in Archavatara, deity, they manifest in Nijavatara, Pratyakshavatara, and give you all the boons you ask.
But Shiva consciousness, Krishna consciousness, all consciousness is one and the same. Ultimate consciousness only. So that energy itself completely expresses.
Just like Radhika, when I see my own sweetness in the mirror,
us to glimpse the formless in a way that we can understand. It cleanses the karmas of lifetimes. It awakens our biomemory to the space of Paramashiva, the ultimate consciousness, and creates a deep and lasting transformation in us.
About some of the greatest aspects of the Adi Kailasa Sarvagna Peetham. And we had a first glimpse into the great contributions of the avatar as he is today for millions of people during these extremely dark and tense times. But despite having contributed the most to preserve Hinduism, and also in order to ensure that Sanatana Hindu Dharma, it survives even past the next generation, despite having contributed the most and the different ways that the persecution against the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has happened, and how exactly this persecution that has happened. Now it seems like if I can request the volunteer to reshare the slides, just you can stop sharing and reshare. Yes, one of the greatest ways that, at least in one way, finally, because of nothing but the hard work of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, as you can see here, yes, we can go back to the previous slide, making exceptions in how Hindu temples are handled and treated and governed. So here we understand on the left-hand side, government in these positions, and churches, government makes no appointments nor interferes in the appointment. So we're seeing a very physical diagram of how why specifically Hindu temples and not the same treatment in any other case. The next slide, please. Now, we're going to just see glimpses of a recent history of the science of power manifestation. What happened? In 1835 to 38, 5 villages, there were 123 native general medical practitioners, 205 village doctors, 21 small. The previous slide, please. The previous slide, please. Yes, midwife available per 10,000 to 12,000 people. So just if we see how the midwife distribution was, it was a very beautiful way that these women. So now we're going to understand this story and this example of Sulageti Narasamma or Janani Amma, and is what is free of charge, which means at least 4 deliveries per week, and that's entirely free for 70 years. And not only that, people do not know that she actually used power manifestation in the medical field. Born in Krishna's powers, she could very easily detect the position of the baby in the womb, a very amazing gift that she had been manifesting as a power of Paramashiva. And this is one of the powers the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism even initiates, the power of body scanning, where you can see. Now, by the grace of the goddess Mukhir Mahalakshmi, Ramanuja expressed the third eye power of the length dimension. And given any Shruta in his use of third eye powers in surgery. The next slide, please. Yes. So the father of modern day surgery is actually Rishi Sushruta. Sushruta Samhita covers anatomy, treating fractures, general surgery, reconstructive plastic surgery, anesthetics, rhinoplasty, perineal lithotomy, and the suturing of wounds and the extraction for that era, and made possible today only by microscopy and ultrasonography and X-rays. Surgeries have been mentioned in several ancient scriptures and narrations such as Valmiki Narayanan, at least 900s BCE, and is called the Nasi Kasandana, and has been mentioned in verse 1.16 of the text. A more recent incident of the surgery which was done in the Hindu times, in the Vedic civilization. Thereafter, Kawasji rejoined the army and became a pensioner of the East India Company. For a year, he remained without a nose until he was given a new one by a Hindu surgeon, by John Nicholas in 1794. And we also have a link here which is available. The next slide, please. Nayis are considered to be marginal barbers. Although the colonial rulers took away the science, its roots were destroyed in cultural genocide by the invasion, and so much so that it ranks amongst the first in the number of infant deaths at the time of birth. Now we have to contrast this and see that the destruction that has happened to Pitams, Gurukuls, is still ongoing today, as well as the revival of the beautiful Sarvajna Pita that the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism was establishing, and the attacks against the Pavanapundru, the place of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism's first enlightenment experience. And it was a full moon day when the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism had a profound realization of his own self in everything. He was 12 years old of the first enlightenment experience that he had in this very space.
Subramania's Enlightenment Day, Vaikasi month, Visakha Nakshatra, Paurnami Tithi, Subramania's Enlightenment Day. As per the tradition, he appeared no school. So usually this summer time I will go and sit in the temple or the hill.
Around 4:30 to 6:30, maybe you can say this. This is the Sandhya time.
I was born and brought up. Whenever I find time, I'll go and spend time in that space, in that area, because Devi became enlightened there. I decided to close my eyes. I was not even meditating. I was just sitting in a very relaxed way. Dhunamali Swamigal, an enlightened being, enlightened master, who is a disciple of great incarnation, Ramana Maharshi. Once I close, who is that me that is deeply discontented about anything I see, hear? Who is that who is deeply discontented even about my own existence? Suddenly, one moment, the first thing happened is that idea inside and outside broke. Means now I know who is the experiencer. Life alive, being present in everything, experiencing all the sides, 360 degree this side and 360 degree this side, 10 direction. Above, how much I am alive inside my skin, the same frequency, the same depth I was feeling, I am both carry me equally. In both I exist equally. The trees next to me, the temple near me, all the plants, bush, shrubs, the idea, something is inside, there is no outer, there is no moving, there is no unmoving. The smallest movements of the sky is centered on my Anandagandha. It looked like a huge balloon which is tied to my Anandagandha, 360 degree continuously. Whether I went to the home or anywhere, I was walking around, I was able to see the vision of seeing 360 degree has settled. But that experience of I am one has never left. Now, that very the power of the original lamp is established. I can say so many kids having their third eye awakened, even the adults having their third eye awakened, able to see everything beyond the use of senses. Let every one of you experience the highest enlightenment.
Synthesis of male and female energies, and became revered by the Adi Shaivite minority tradition community as the deity called the Ace, and the Paramashivoham at Pavlakundru, and God enlightened. In the second, and finally, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism himself, seated on the Sarvajna Pita as the inheritor of this lineage. The same Kamandalu, as you can see, the sacred water pot, and Danda, the wooden staff, are seen next as the. And this very place, on the 19th of November 2002, is where the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism here is, as shown, where the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism had literally began and established explaining the significance of this very place here. And on this occasion, the Supreme Pontiff of Hindu Guru, Mataji Kuppammal. And as you can see, this is a beautiful example of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism himself beginning once again all of the spiritual and religious activities in this discourse at Pavlakundru on the occasion of his birth star celebration. And in 2006, here's some photographs of how the community created. And here are some more pictures from 2007, where the monks of the Sovereign Order of Kailasa, initiated by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, are celebrating this on the day of Nithyananda Purnima, which is celebrated across Kailasa as this most celebrative festival. And some more pictures. But unfortunately, and what we should each and every one Diksha, not questioning, understanding Guru is the descent of the ultimate. This is a place where this is the next slide, please. So here we have a Shastra Pramana from the Skanda Purana from the verse 80 in this tradition. Indeed, the Guru is the whole universe consisting of Brahma, Vishnu, and Shiva. There is nothing higher than the Guru. Therefore, worship the Guru. And we're seeing here it was pursued and conspired initially by the authority positions in Pavlakundru. The next slide, please. Consequences and attack of the sannyasis and the volunteers, the Adinavasis, the Kailashians, who were just now play this video.
அண்ணாமலையார் மலை மீது முருகர் கோயிலுடன் அமைந்துள்ள பவழக்குன்று இந்து சமய அறநிலைத்துறையின் கட்டுப்பாட்டில் உள்ளது. அங்கு நித்யானந்தாவின் சீடர்கள் பாறைகளுக்கு மஞ்சள் பூசி திரிசூலம் நட்டு வழிபாடு. இதை அறிந்த உள்ளூர் மக்கள் பவழக்குன்று ஆக்கிரமிக்கப்படுவதாக கூறி கோட்டாட்சியர் உமா மகேஸ்வரியிடம் புகார் அளித்தனர். இதையடுத்து கடந்த 16ஆம் தேதியன்று பவழக்குன்றுக்கு சென்ற கோட்டாட்சியர் உமா மகேஸ்வரி அரசு இடத்தில் ஆக்கிரமிப்பு கூடாது என எச்சரிக்கை விடுத்தார். ஆக்கிரமிப்புகளை அகற்ற மறுத்த சீடர்கள் குடிலுக்குள் இருந்த சிலைகளை சுற்றி அமர்ந்து கொண்டு அதிகாரிகளுக்கு சாபம் விட ஆரம்பித்தனர். சாபங்களை பொருட்படுத்தாத வருவாய்த்துறை ஊழியர்கள் கூரைகளை பீய்த்து எறிந்து காவல்துறை உதவியுடன் அவர்களை வலுக்கட்டாயமாக சீடர்களும் வலுக்கட்டாயமாக கீழே இறக்கப்பட்டனர். கீழே இறக்கி எச்சரித்து அனுப்பினர். இதையடுத்து என்ன செய்வதென யோசித்த நித்யானந்தா சீடர்கள் மீண்டும் 5 நாட்கள் கழித்து கூலி வேலைக்கு செல்லும் ஏழை தொழிலாளர்களை பக்தர்கள் போர்வையில் பவழக்குன்றுக்கு அழைத்துச் சென்றனர். அங்கு இதைத் தொடர்ந்து இம்முறை 2 பெண் சீடர்கள் 4 ஆண் சீடர்கள் ஆகியோரை கைது செய்த போலீசார் அவர்களை விசாரணைக்காக அழைத்துச் சென்றனர்.
We can move on to the next slide. On the 16th of June 2017, all the sannyasis staying in Tiruvannamalai climbed up to Pavlakundru and began preparing. And how brutally the sannyasis were assaulted. Sacred religion. And how the media houses misrepresenting all the monks as criminals, even though in this case, in every single case, they are the victims. And here are a few brutally attacked by the police. Now, this is Sri Nithya Parabrahma Maharaj after the assault. After the mob entered the premise and started assaulting all the male and female monks, they started throwing stones and intended to kill him on the spot. And he came with the police and the casteist forces and destroyed and pulled down the huts of the monks and manhandled them, physically injured them like beasts, and finally illegally arrested them for no reason at the Paramashivoham. And on the 16th of June 2017, a mob of 80 plus people attempted the murder of 3 innocent sannyasis who were taking care of the Paramashivoham at Pavalankudu. This mob was sent to drive. This attack was well planned by the people in order to take illegal possession of that land. And here we're also seeing more media coverage. 22nd June, the 6th attack. On the 22nd of June 2017, without any reason, completely violating this rule, they held the female sannyasis in the police station till much later in the night. And Hindu monks, here is the different footage and evidence of this. Again, these attacks continue until 2018, and even literally as Paramashiva himself is vandalized, and they had literally attempted to lynch the ASMT community members when they could not reach the Supreme Court. Monks who are doing the rituals, and even they had assaulted the aged caretaker as well. Reveals their demonic agenda to completely destroy Sanatana Hindu Dharma and the Adishaivite minority community. Kailasa itself. The attackers tore and pulled down the saffron robe, which was there to decorate and adorn. Now, as you can see, the violence against Sanatana Hindu Dharma and the violence against the revival of Kailasa shows how in danger. But Kailasa is the very solution where we can be absolutely protected and we can ensure the video.
We need to build that's the only hope we have. Our own internal administration, including law and order and judiciary, we are going to do it as per Hinduism, with a Hindu constitution. This is the only hope we have. That's the only hope we have. And anyone wants to take Apat Sannyas to protect Hinduism, Hindu scriptures, practice and promote Hinduism, gather, live and practice, promote Hinduism and keep it alive and share it with the whole world. Already we have got a property with autonomous status, with all the legal protection and freedom, principles, and keep the humanity alive. Please apply. Fill the form at nithyanandahinduuniversity.org/daily satsang. I have a safe place for you guys outside India, where you will not be mob lynched. You are fool. You are brainwashed. Neither Hindu sadhus nor Hindu leaders are going to be treated fairly in India. Wake up to this truth. The international mafia, anti-Hindu terrorists who are trying to kill me cannot reach where I am. But I can be very sure of one thing. If they kill me, they have to face the law. They can, from their area, their jurisdiction where they can change the whole narrative. Now I am in a place where they cannot change the narrative. If they kill me, they have to face the law. If they eliminate me, they have to face the law. They cannot. Understand, I have not made Kailasa to protect me. How they mob lynched my Yogini Sarvanyapita in Gujarat. Sarvanyapita. But media twists and gives the absolutely different story. Evidence. First of all, we are not doing that. Now they don't have iota of evidence, but they already killed, destroyed the whole ecosystem, whole Sarvanyapita, the ashram. If I was available, they would have given me to the mob to kill. Unfortunately for them, unfortunately for me, I was not Agni Sarvanyapita even once. And for years, I have not even gone to Gujarat. And I was out of human society at least for last 2 years. And still my sannyasinis are stuck in Gujarat without a place to live because of the bail condition that they cannot go out of Ahmedabad.
Survived through Kailasa, whether it is the Annalaya, the temple, the library, the Gomandir or Gurukul. You can support entirely this by supporting Kailasa. With this, that brings us to a conclusion for this, that you are bringing awareness as it is the Hindu Persecution Awareness Month. With this, we'll now end with the Purna Mantra. Om Tehi Harihi Om Tat Tat Sarvam Bhagavat Sri Nithyananda Paramashiva Padukarpanamastu. Om Nithyanandam.
Making the cosmic beings manifest in Archavatara, deities and Nijavatara, living incarnations, both. During the Bhava Samadhi Darshan, literally those cosmic beings manifest through this body. Just like how they manifest intelligence to lead you to enlightenment. Each God is a bridge to enlightenment.
Just like Radhika, when I see my own sweetness in the mirror, I become eager to taste it. I find that the only way to relish this sweetness is through the constitution of Sri Radhika.
Bhava Samadhi Darshan is a window to the infinite expanse of consciousness, allowing us to glimpse the formless in a way that we can understand. It cleanses the karmas of lifetimes. It awakens our biomemory to the space of Paramashiva, the ultimate consciousness, and creates a deep and lasting transformation.
We get you health. We get you ability to build beautiful relationships in your life. We get you direct spiritual support in life. Manifesting the state of Paramashiva, space of Paramashiva, powers of Paramashiva, being of Paramashiva.
Something great to contribute to the world. We have something great to contribute to the world. Let us do that.
Of suffering, we have perfected the science of helping every individual from every cultural, religious, awakened response, alive response for life continuously. offer customized spiritual service, helping you to complete with your life negativity, withdrawal from life, self-hatred, we need to cater this enlightenment science to the whole world wherever they are. Because enlightenment is the birthright which I received from my gurus and practice manifested in my life, perfected by teaching millions of people absolutely perfected knowledge available to you, served to you in your home without even you moving out of your couch, free of cost.
There are some great spiritual sciences unique to Hinduism. Subtle, otherworldly, but Bhada of Vedas and Agamas elaborately explain the whole science of. It's like how they manifest in Archavatara, deity. They manifest in Nijavatara, Pratyakshavatara, and give you all the boons you ask, bless you. You see, each God is an independent intelligence to lead you to enlightenment. Each God is a bridge.
Just like Radhika, when I see my own sweetness in the mirror, I become eager to taste it. I find that the only way to relish this sweetness is through the constitution of Sri Radhika.
Space of Paramashiva, the ultimate consciousness, and creates a deep and lasting transformation in us.
Relationships in your life. We get you direct spiritual support and we make sure you become wealthy. Paramashiva, space of Paramashiva, powers of Paramashiva, being of Paramashiva.
Serve something great to contribute to the world. We have something great to contribute to the world. Let us do that.
Let's start with the Sadguru Vandanam. Nithyanandam, let's go through the disclaimers. Security measures: no photography, video, audio recording. Important cautions. Here from Bhagwan himself explaining what is power manifestation.
All the 25 states of consciousness, when it happens